Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the Remember Divine Love for You reading. So it is not every day that I wake up in tears with what's coming through. It's not every day that I literally have to close the door before I do an impromptu reading, because I literally don't want to be disturbed and I really want to share everything that's coming through. So I do these Remember Divine Love for You readings, absolutely. But right now, I had no plans on doing a reading. And what's been coming through with the messages and everything else is that, and I'm shaking when I say this, but Remember Divine Love for You, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, that you're going to be guided to things, or you just are in your life, to actually give you an exclamation mark in your heart. Remember divine love for you. Remember divine love for you. It's going to feel like a feeding. Now, if you get guided, this is piggybacking on a lot of readings and messages that I've been posting recently. In your life, when you're guided to something, say online, go investigate, watch this video, read this thing, or just something that catches your eyes and ears and hits you in a different way, it is a divine feeding. They are definitely showing themselves to you. And I do think it's because we need to be reinvigorated, rejuvenated, relit in some way. It's like they know what you've been mulling around in your mind and heart, and you are going to be stumbling on and guided to find things that are giving you a divine feeding. I call it a divine feeding. It is going to be so moving and fill you up in your heart so much, it's going to bring you to tears. I literally had to hide from other people. I had tears in my eyes by what I was guided to. You can't explain it to someone else. But what I am telling you is that the divine will show up for you. Divine love, it will show up for you. Receive it, receive it, receive it, and know that it is to fill your heart again and to keep you lit. It's been a repeating message, but there's something about, and this really moved me too, they know exactly where you are. They know exactly where you are, what you're doing, how you're feeling, what's going on, and they are divinely feeding you and having you find things that are just going to fill you with overwhelming love. Now, when I say when you're lit, right, what does being lit mean, right? You're filled literally with divine love, divine energy. So they are feeding you that divine love, divine energy for your life, for what you're doing, for everything. And it is to keep you on this octave where you're burning bright. And I just find it miraculous. And what I found really miraculous that's been happening over and over and over again is that you're going to find you're going to get something or guided to something. Then later you're guided to something that is giving you even more confirmation, more exclamation mark. It's like, make no mistake. You cannot make this up moments, right? So what I'm saying is, I just find this all amazing. And this is why I'm doing also on the heels of all this, that they want me to say, you literally remember divine love for you. But what I'm saying, besides this reading, remember divine love for you, there are going to be things coming in your life that you're going to be guided to that are going to make you overwhelmingly feel with waves, chills, tears, a fulfillment of a wave coming in you, that you will remember divine love for you in that moment. And it will be different. That's why I'm not giving you personal examples from my life, because they are going to use different things. Spirit can use anything and everything in your life. So pay attention to what catches your eyes, ears, all your clear senses, what you're guided to find, anything. And yeah, it's on purpose. And I love this message. They know exactly where you are. It's almost like they showed me in like a grid, like they know where your light is. Like they know exactly where you are. It's just amazing. So we're going to do the Remember Divine Love for You reading right now. And I have not done one in a really long time. It's when we rearrange the Free Spirit decks. We're going to tap into the Remember You deck first for what they want you to remember in your heart as you go forward. We're going to tap into the Natural Oracle for life, for messages for the actual journey that they want to share with us. We're going to tap into the Divine Power deck, what your divine power is being used for at this time, or should be used for at this time. Oh my God, I have chills everywhere. And I'm telling you, you're going to have waves, chills, tears in your eyes. I was almost embarrassed, like I was in my own other world receiving this on like another octave. And then someone else came in the room, started talking to me. I had to turn my eyes, grab a tissue, pretend like I had to wipe my tears away. It's going to be very moving. I'm telling you, they're sending you like divine feedings, and it's going to be undeniable. We're going to tap into the Real Divine Self-Care deck. They're taking real divine self-care of you, by the way. That's what I feel. That's why I'm so moved by it. It feels like personal, real divine care coming to you on a different octave, right? Remember divine love for you. We're going to tap into the Real Divine Abundance deck for messages. This is your source. This is who you're connected to. Not any person, situation on the outside. This is your source. What are the Real Divine Abundance messages for this? We're going to tap into the Divine Spirit deck. Messages from Divine Spirit to your Divine Spirit. Angels, archangels, loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. We're going to end it with pure love from Spirit, which this all is. So we're going to just completely go open now. Now I just have to contain myself because I literally was brought to tears. And you're going to find too, there are going to be moments in your life you're just going to be smacked, like I say, smacked in the eye sockets with something that's undeniably divine love for you. And that's why they're saying, remember divine love for you. That is what this deck is even called. Remember divine love for you. Okay, so let's tap into remember divine love for you. And what do they want you to hold in your heart? What are the qualities that they want you to remember within your heart right now as you go forward? What do they want you to remember divine love for you and hold it in your heart? What do they want you to remember divine love for you? Just clear out and get ready to receive. Whatever the length of the video is, I'll put the first comment while I'll look up the angel number message for the length of the video. Definitely pay attention to your own intuition besides what I say. I'm also just really blatantly just labeling all my readings just like free spirit reading, whatever type of reading it is. But I'm not putting one particular message anymore in the header. And they showed me why. I explained it on another reading because right now, one card could have a really powerful meaning, but as life happens, another message could be more prominent. So I don't want to label it. Also, if you get anything piggybacking, sometimes this reading can germinate something else that's even more important for you. So I'm not going to be narrowing it down, like how YouTube wants you to. I go by spirit. That's the thing. Go by spirit. Go by spirit. You can't go wrong. Okay. So let's see. Real divine love for you. So what do they want you to hold? What do they want you to remember? Whoa, in your heart. Did you see that? What do they want you to remember in your heart as you go forward? What do they want you to remember? It's landing on the heart. What do they want you to remember in your heart as you go forward now? What do they want you to remember? Oh, wow. Remember you're creative. They're going to be using you to actually get things done and be creative. There was a lot about giving you divine inspiration. Just when I said you go by spirit, just like, I just want to say, you know how YouTube tells you, even you could call this creative, right? They're posting a video, people on YouTube, they make it very business-like. They're using all of YouTube's whatever. And how I just said, I don't care, I'm go by spirit. Remember, you're creative, but they're using all your creativity. It doesn't mean just with creative acts. Everything you do in life is creative. They want you to remember you're creative because you're being used here to actually do things, make things better. They're going to give you inspiration. They want you to remember that. So hold that in your heart. You're creative. They could be bringing you back to your creativity, creative juices right now. Okay. So we have, remember you are a student. Yes. Remember you are a student. So I always say this could be a point where you're actually receiving a lot of information. I always call this a spiritual student. So as much as people like to assume that teacher role, like pass on their knowledge and wisdom, you remain in student mode. There's so much more for you to learn. You're looking out with curiosity and openness. Willing to change things up, to learn better, to take things on another level. Like you can learn new innovative ways and apply that. I think that's what they're going to be doing with you. Remember, you are a speaker, and remember, you are to remember. This gave me chills and a wave right now because what I was saying in the beginning, they are going to bring you back to a different octave. Like I said, remember, you are to remember. Real divine love for you. This is the deck. Remember, you are to remember. So they're going to be giving you a lot of signs, symbols, messages. Just what I was saying in the beginning, giving you a divine feeding that remember, you are to remember, right? You're definitely going to be used with your communication skills. You're a speaker, communicator, and remember, you're a student. So there's something about you're receiving a lot of divine inspiration. They're bringing you back to your creativity, and you could be used in that way for what you're doing. So in your life, being a little bit more open, and the student is eager to learn and kind of utilize new and innovative different ways. We kept on getting, like, I keep flashing on those 2 major arcana cards that we got in another reading, where it's like, as you're going forward now, you pretend you don't know everything. You could be given, especially as you're being creative here, new divine ideas to implement, new ways of doing things. When you're creative, you kind of get in the zone of being more free and open and trying new things. And that's where they want you open, because they're going to give you a lot of things to actually utilize and use as part of your creativity for the things that you're doing in your life. I think that's why they have me post that spirit message tip, all the ways to stay a clear, open channel. Because you remember, it reminded me, that message reminded me of a long time ago, there was a very famous book about the creative way or something like that, about creatives, how you stay open, you write down what you receive. I just immediately knew, you sum it up in a sentence, you're receiving divine inspiration, divine ideas, staying open to that octave. But it was a whole thing. You could be getting a lot directly. And what I'm talking about, when they kept on saying like the high priestess at work and the magician here with one hand to the heavens and one down here, those on the channel, those that are attracted to my videos, you're very much, it's a very humble place to be when you're very connected to spirit. It's very interesting because you know that you're very open, that you don't know everything, and you welcome divine wisdom and divine ideas, inspiration, and you know you're being used in that way. And then you are a speaker, you're a communicator, you are to remember. They're feeding you that. They're feeding you that. You remember, you are to remember. That's just going back to the spirit messages and things coming in. And also to remember that you are creative. You know, you are creative. It could be you're going back to a lot of your creativity, or bringing you back to what can you do in front of you to make things better with your efforts. That's been a repeating message. And how divinely creative you are, right? There was also an element of bringing us back to ourselves. And creativity is all about you using all your talents, your gifts, your creative. It's there's kind of like a rebel spirit with that, right? Because a creative has to be free to follow through on their own impulses they're getting, the inspiration they personally get. So remember, so we're going to get, it's landing on creative. So we're going to, it's almost like divine creations, or divine is working through you to get things done. Okay, so let's get the natural oracle for life messages for the journey, what they want to bring forth. Remember, you are to remember. You're a speaker, you're creative, you're a student. I knew, my gosh, what's coming out. You are so being divinely used, because they're calling you the heart of gold. The heart of gold here, right? We have all these messages here, but they're calling you the heart of gold. A heart of gold. I just want to say, heart of gold, no matter what happens around you through the winds and times of change, let your heart remain intact and golden. Keep shining with a pure heart of gold. Remember, you are to remember. They're bringing you back to your connection. They're giving you a feeding so you stay lit despite whatever's going on. When I took this picture, it was like a lone shining gold leaf, not attached to anything, but it was so windy that day, and it was just shining bright in the sun and somehow remaining completely intact and golden. I mean, it was quite literally, so I was raptured with that message, and I took the picture at the same time. That's what the deck is filled with. That's why I say it's infused with spirit. It was like, no matter what happens all around you through the winds and times of change, let your heart remain intact and golden, and keep shining with a pure heart of gold. Remember, you are to remember. They're going to keep you this way. And not just that, they're giving you a direct feeding. And that's what they were saying. Then you're going to be used to be creative. And you're going to be almost student-like with what you're receiving directly from them to implement as the creative. But at the heart of it, you can't make this up. At the heart of it, they're looking at you as a heart of gold. And you're going to somehow create and be a speaker with what you're getting. Okay, they want you to know these two came out together. So what they want you to know, will be open to see it, because from love is in the open spaces of your life. It could show up in the most obscure ways, in the most obscure places. Stay open. Just like I said, I feel like this is piggybacking on a message that I said before about doing everything to be a clear, open channel, this heart of gold. You just stay open to receive. Be open to see it. Don't get lost in the forest and the trees, whatever that saying is. Divine shows up in the most obscure places. Always stay open. Maybe that was why they told me to relay why I even took that picture. It's like you could be on your own octave in a way. Be open to see it, as you are the creative, getting a lot directly here. They want you to know that you're at the finish line with things. You're at the finish line. You made it. You're nearing the end and almost done. You can see the sun and the moment to celebrate soon. So they're commending you for the work and the journey thus far, and you could be reaching the finishing lines on some things. And the last one, I know it, crystal power. So crystals can help you calm, cleanse, and infuse your energy when you need it. Hold them for a moment and breathe and recharge and center yourself and your home with crystal energy. They are infusing your energy whenever you need it. I just want to say that to keep you a heart of gold. So they are feeding you that kind of energy to make sure that you are powerfully clear and clean and an open channel, right? So you receive divine inspiration, you're carrying it out. Then also to infuse you to remain shining as a heart of gold. There's something about this crystal power that making sure, as it's honking here, the importance of staying clean, clear, and open, and they're infusing you. Not only are they infusing you, but you do things that infuse you and keep you lit. This has been a repeating message. So just as much as they're, like I said, it's a divine feeding that they're giving you to remember, you are to remember. You are literally the heart of gold here in the physical, that no matter what happens to the times and the winds and times of change, your heart remain intact and golden and keep shining with a pure heart of gold. When you feel any fluctuation with that, they're somehow infusing you with remaining clear and clarity. Remember, you are to remember to stay this way. And so whether they do that for you with what they said in the beginning of the divine feeding, remember divine love for you so that you're shining like that. And also you're a little proactive, that you're doing more things that do infuse you with this calm, centered peace, infusement, so that you're holding this here. They're definitely using you to be in that student energy. So that's receive mode. I was talking about these two cards, that as you're doing work here, whatever your works are, that you're in receive mode. You're like student mode. So they're giving you creative inspiration, all of that. Be open to see it. You could be at the finish line of a very long journey, and times to you're finishing things. They are using you to be a speaker, a communicator. You're going to find that is through your words, your talking, and everything else. So they're making sure that you're very clear with what you're saying. You could find that too, that they're helping you to be very clear, and also where you're coming from with your energy when you're speaking. Okay, so we're going to tap into what your divine power is being used for at this time. So definitely you being used to be a creative, a speaker. You could be at the finish line on some projects also. Like there could be moments to celebrate soon on what you've been working on thus far, or they're already celebrating things that you're working on or something, or you've worked on things very hard and some things. Yeah, you can't make this up. When I said this crystal power is they're infusing you with this energy to, no matter what, you who's watching, if you're finding this video, through these times, the winds and times of change, to remain intact and golden, be a heart of gold. Through the winds and times of change, to remain intact and golden, keep shining with a pure heart of gold. They are infusing you with this power. I don't even have the words for that. And they're also showing you how you can do that for yourself when needed, a little more proactively, with what you're keeping your environment and what you proactively reach for in your spiritual toolbox, what I always say. But are you ready for the next card? Because I said they are supporting you to be this here, because you're being divinely used in ways. But then also they're trying to help you, how we get guidance on how you can support yourself with being this in this octave as well here. And when I just said they're giving you that feeding to remain that way, which is so incredible to me. It's so incredible to me. Are you ready for the divine power deck? You have divine power backing you up. It's like backup. They're backing you up to be this. I mean, quite literally, you have divine power backing you up here to be a heart of gold, to be intact and golden, shining bright through the winds and times of change. You have divine power backing you up. You're going to feel that, and it's coming from the heart. What I'm saying is, when they said they're giving you a divine feeding, when it lands in the physical, remember, you're going to feel, remember, you are to remember, you have divine power backing you up here. There are no words for that, but that is why I woke up in tears and why I was doing this reading, is because you're going to get a direct feeding that divine power is backing you up somehow to be and stay like this, no matter what. through the winds and times and change, to be intact and golden, and you keep shining with a pure heart of gold. And with that divine infusion backing you up, that you remain creative, that you remain in student mode with them, that you're receiving and then you use it. And there's always amazing new ways to implement. Like you're not a know-it-all. It's like the more I know, the more I'm connected, the more I say, I welcome even more help. I welcome even more support. I welcome even a better way of doing it, more, another inspiration that will make it even better. Like it's funny. It's like the more you know, the more you want to be a student. Okay, and they're helping you be very clear speaker with your work, with people, your friends, your family. It's going to be open, honest. When you're this, you're coming from a loving, compassionate, truthful, honest place. They're keeping you in that octave. All the ways divine's coming in, they're saying be open to see it. Like they said, clear, open. It's in the spaces of your life, right? And at the finish line means that you've been really pouring out a lot, and you could really be at the finish line, a completion line of some projects, of work things, or whatever. Like the time to celebrate soon of an accomplishment, an achievement of the end of one chapter, and then you're going to start another. This does not mean you're at the finish line and that's it. You'll probably go on to another thing, but that you've done a really good job on some things, and some things are going to be at the finish line. Let's talk about your real divine self-care, especially for this heart of gold that's here. They're looking at you as a heart of gold here. So what is the real divine self-care for this golden heart of gold here? Keep shining with a heart of gold. How do they real divine self-care for that heart of gold here? Real divine self-care for this heart of gold. What do they want you to do for yourself? Oh, it's so beautiful. Number one over here, give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths and talents to have them flourish. They've been doing that. Remember you're creative. Give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths and talents to have them flourish. Remember, divine power is backing you up to be that creative. So they're the ones, remember in the other reading, you can do this. They're the ones that are saying, yes, give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths, your talents, and have them flourish. The divine is backing you up. With what you're doing creatively, or what you're doing in your life, you're not going to have your physical rah-rah section. So they're going to give you divine feedings, literally, like the power. Divine is backing you up to be this way. They're the ones that are going to be feeding you along with like they said, they're helping you with what you're doing, the creative with what you're doing, and the energy to do it with. They're the ones that are saying, give yourself more permission, attention, credit, focus on your strengths, your talents, have them really flourish right now. Your rah-rah section building you up. Give yourself more attention, credit on your strengths, talents, and have them really flourish. So they're the ones that are your rah-rah section on what you're doing here. And believe you can achieve by taking those positive actions in your life. Sleep and rest more whenever you need to leave it for another day. So this is being peaceful. This is saying it doesn't all have to happen in one day. We had that rest and rejuve card. So whenever you need to leave it for another day, yes, you can leave it for another day. But they are telling you to give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths, your talents, to have them flourish. Believe you can achieve by taking positive actions in your life. That's where they're keeping you. And anytime you need to reboot, part of keeping you shining like this, I want to say, like they said, proactively, no matter what, you have divine backing you up here to be this way. Whenever you see a fluctuation in your energy, that's a time to reboot. Sleep, rest more whenever you need to leave it for another day. There's something about keeping you lit here that when you feel the fluctuation in your energy, do things that clear, infuse, clear, open, channel, and also to rejuvenate your actual physical energy, sleep more, rest more, and everything else. It's almost like as they're divinely backing you up, you divinely know when you need that. You know when a computer plugs in for backup? Like if you feel drained, you don't feel positive, open, energized, it's like sleep and rest more and cut yourself a break. I think I even said that recently in the comments yesterday to someone. I said cut yourself a break. Sometimes we're just the hardest. You can put it off for another day. It's okay. Okay, we're going to tap in because they want you like this. So it's like they're backing you up to do that and take care of your energy here. Okay, so remember, you are to remember. I love this so much. But the crux of it too is they want you at this time. We've been talking about this a lot, about going forward now, believing you can achieve by taking positive actions in your life, giving yourself more attention, credit on your strengths and talents to have them really flourish. A lot of people here, especially with a heart of gold, they're the ones that are givers. They're the rah-rah person for everybody else. But there's something here where you're going to feel a difference in your core. Like, I even feel my stomach a little weird in this reading, where they're kind of wanting you to hold this for yourself as much as you really do that for others, right? So you believe you can achieve by taking positive actions in your life. You give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths and your talents to have them flourish. The divine is backing you up. And I'm telling you, not only just with the power, but like even when your heart needs comfort, even when you feel, they're coming in there too to be this on the inner confidence level or your inner rah-rah cheerleader level. And that's the part that's going to move you to tears, because you're going to be fed some kind of divine love here besides divine inspiration, but they're helping you on such an intimate level. You're going to be brought to tears or waves or chills when it comes in your life, because they're keeping you like this. They see you as this. It's so beautiful. I don't even have words anymore. Okay, so we're going to tap into the Real Divine Abundance deck for messages for the Real Divine Abundance for the Heart of Gold that's here. Keep shining no matter what. Through the winds and times of change. Yeah, clear out the old for the new. Clear out the old for the new. So it sounds like you're almost done of one chapter of life. Like, it's been a really tough journey up to some point. It's some new chapter's beginning. A new chapter of life, kind of. Like, you reached the finish line. You're nearing the finish line of some things. They're saying to clear out the old now for new. This, as they're saying, this whole journey so far, now they're saying once you reach the end of this, it's almost like clear out the old for new opportunities to appear. That's what they want you lit for. Clear out the old, clear out the old. Remember the spirit message tip I just posted before? A lot was just about being clear and open as you go forward. Remember, you're a student. These are going to be new opportunities appearing, right? Clear out the old. I don't know where to even put this anymore. Clear out the old, because there's something about a new chapter. It's going to feel like a new life chapter. March almost also symbolizes like birth, new beginnings, right? Flowers are going to be starting germinating, where things are going to be blooming, new things are blooming. Clear out the old for new opportunities to appear. All you love to do is feeding you more energy to do more of what you love. Yeah, that's how you support yourself too. Keeping you lit. All you love to do is feeding you more energy to do more of what you love. And know at this very moment, you are attracting more abundance to you. That's what they want you to know. So the full Real Divine Abundance messages was clear out all the old for new opportunities to appear. All you love to do is feeding you more energy to do more of what you love. It keeps you in the right octave. It keeps you this, right? So do more of what you love, right? Clear out the old for the new, and know at this very moment you are attracting more abundance to you, because look at what you're putting out. Look at what you're putting out. It's a magnet. It's literally a magnet. I mean, what you give out, the very first magnet I used to make, they're talking about now, I used to make magnets for the refrigerator of love sayings. Like, instead of putting it on cards, about 20 years ago, I used to make love magnets for friends and family. I have a slew on my refrigerator now from like 20 years ago. The very first message they ever had me put on a magnet was like, what goes around comes around, so let it be love. What goes around comes around, so let it be love. So when they say that, know at this very moment you are attracting more abundance to you, you're attracting, more love to you. What you put out returns. You can think boomerang, you can think magnet, you can think whatever, but when you're holding this, that's how it works. Right? So what you give out, what I always say though to those on the channel, which was a lesson for me, what you give out returns, yes, but not from the exact person or situation you gave it to. Kind of like what I was saying in another reading was, yes, I freely do this channel. I freely do these videos. I don't make anything from this channel or doing this. It actually costs me money in the long run. But what I'm saying is, when I'm done with the video, I'll get a phone call. Something came together at work. Oh, somebody bought me a present. Oh, walk out. Somebody's ultra kind to me back in return. What I'm saying is, remember they said this Real Divine Abundance is from source. So that's what you're connected to. You hold this, And you know at this very moment of what you're attracting. It's already on its way. What you put out returns. So that's your source. So there's something, they're keeping you in that octave. Divine power is backing you up. You're going to be used to be really creative. They want you to be up a notch with your belief in you can achieve by taking positive actions in your life. They want you to give more attention to your credit to your skills, your talents, and have them flourish, right? Clear out the old for the new has been a repeating message. And know that the positive energy, things that you're doing that feed you positive energy, like I said, they're giving you a divine feeding with things that show up, but you actually feeding yourself with like positive, uplifting energy, what you enjoy to do, feeds you, keeps you lit as well. So it's really important to stay light. They always summed it down. If you could stay light, you're ahead of the game. It's almost like well-being is just being as light as possible, is being this as much as possible. Okay, let's get the divine spirit messages as you're going forward. Clearing out the old for the new, believe you can achieve. Just take positive actions in your life. Give yourself more attention, credit on your skills, talents, have them really flourish. They're helping you as you're doing this too, at being with creative ideas and utilizing your talents and your skills. Divine power is backing you up. Remember, you are to remember what you're connected to as you go here. This is real divine spirit. You are in process of growth right now. Spirit has your back with this. Like chills. And look at this. You have divine power backing you up. I mean, Spirit has your back with this. So when you're here, it almost feels like this little lonely leaf by itself, this heart of gold, but you have divine power backing you up, and you have Spirit has your back with this. Look at how it's reading, like just surrounding you. Just look at this. Know you are supported in this moment. I have chills everywhere. This is why I'm doing this reading. But when I'm saying you're going to get this divine feeding besides this reading. Take charge of the situation. If you look at the weekly reading, we had another card from the Messages from Heaven that said, take charge of the situation. We know you can do this. They're going to have you take charge of situations. They want you to take positive actions in your life to believe you can achieve. They want you to pay more attention and give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for your strengths, your talents, your creativity. They're keeping you like this. Spirit has your back with this. Know you're supported. They're literally backing you up here. Literally. And you're in a period of growth right now, and it's a leaf here. So Spirit has your back with this. They want you to know they're backing you. Here, divine power backing you up. Spirit has your back. Know you are supported in this moment. Crystal power here. They're supporting you here. And take charge. Go forward and take charge of situations. Take charge is why they're feeding you. Believe you can achieve by taking those positive actions in your life. That's why they're saying give yourself more attention and credit on your strengths, your talents, to have them flourish. They want you to take charge. They want you to go forward now with positive actions and take charge of situations, right? Because it's through your actions you're making things better for what you're doing in your life. Yes. Okay, so we're going to end it with pure love from Spirit. They're helping you. They're giving you the divine power to take charge of situations, to go forward. You're in a process of growth right now. They're supporting you, the heart of gold here. Spirit has your back with this. Know you were supported in this moment. It landed on here. One card. What is this? We know how good you are. We know how good you are. This is the divine feeding. Like, we know how good you are. I don't have words for that. They know how good you are. Sometimes this heart of gold here is, they know how good you are. We know how good you are. This is going to really feed you a lot. We know we are supporting you in this moment. We know how good you are. Remember when I said they know exactly where you are? They know you. They know, I mean, I don't even have words anymore. They know how good you are right now here with what you're doing, how you are. Know you're supported in this moment. They know how good you are. And we love you. Oh my gosh, we know how good. I'm talking to you. This is you, right? We know how good you are. We love you. We will help you through the changes, a repeating message. And we know you miss us. And that's it. And that's why you're getting a divine feeding. Now, whether through these messages that came through, but more than that in your life, you're going to be fed this kind of energy to keep you like this heart here. We know how good you are. We love you. We will help you through the changes. We know you miss us. They're going to give you a lot of divine power backup. Spirit has your back with this. They're going to feeds you that. Like, you have divine backing. They want you to take charge of situations, definitely clear out the old for new to appear. They're feeding you a lot of positive energy for you to be more creative, take more positive action steps, definitely. And pay more attention, like almost your rah-rah section saying you can do this. Pour out your skills, your talents, your abilities, your creativity. Remember, you're a student, so they're like helping you as you do that. And you'll see how it flourishes. They said see how it flourishes when you pour yourself out. You're in a process of growth right now. They're definitely backing you up. This remember you are to remember, Spirit has your back with this, is what they're going to give you in your life on the day-to-day. Look out for signs, symbols, messages, getting a wave, getting a chill, because they're telling you, we know how good you are, we love you, we will help you through the changes, we know you miss us, Spirit has your back with this. Somehow they're going to make you feel that Spirit has your back with this, and to know that you are supported in this moment. And that is what they're going to feed you all day long, that you know you're supported in this moment. It's going to be a wave, it's going to be a chill, it's going to be just giving you that feeding that Spirit has your back with this. So I wish you the best, but this has been Remember Divine Love for you. And look, Heart of Gold, know you are supported in this moment. They're helping you through a lot of changes as you're going for the old, for the new, and taking charge of situations, moving more positively, more confidently forward, using more of all you are in things. To know that Spirit has your back with this, that you're in a process of growth right now. So they're definitely going to help you through all of the changes and what's going to be flourishing. And you're going to find that Spirit has your back with this besides this reading. And that is why I'm doing this, saying, remember divine love for you. Because what comes in is going to keep you in this state. It's just going to keep you in the state that no matter what happens through the winds and times of change, let your heart remain intact and golden, and you keep shining with a pure heart of gold. Spirit has your back with this. I have no more words for this. I wish you the best. And this was Remember Divine Love for you. Take care along the way. Bye-bye.